It is that time of the month once again, and I am back for my monthly manga haul. This month I have got quite a bit of manga. I believe I've got around 14 to 15 volumes again this month. I've actually lost count. There was a double points weekend at Waterstones for the bank holiday, so naturally I went down to that. I bought some manga. I've actually got £20 on my Waterstones card that I still need to go and spend, but we'll see that whatever I get with that £20 in next month's manga haul. But this month we have got all of this lot, and I've even got an Amazon one to open as well. So let's just start at the top. First up, I've got Box of Light number 2. I loved the first one. Basically, it's a convenience store that's kind of on the border between life and death, and kind of some weird stuff happens. You see a lot of kind of wacky characters. It's like a supernatural. I don't know, I really enjoyed the first one and I just had to pick up the second one. I believe there's only 2 in this series so far. I don't know if there's more coming. I don't know if this is it, but I really enjoyed it and I had to pick up the second one. Next up, let me grab these next 4, as this was the main reason that I went to Waterstones. I had these put on reserve for me. I have fallen in love with another manga that I bought last month, and that is Candy and Cigarettes. It's about a girl who's an assassin and a guy who kind of cleans up the mess. They go on adventures, there's murder, there's plot, there's political stuff in here, obviously like to do with the story, and I love it. This is in my top 5 manga, and I've only read the first 2. That is how much I enjoyed this manga when I read it. Honestly, yes, this is in my top 5. I'll go through my top 5 in another video and why I like each one, but this is in my top 5. Next up, I picked up Chainsaw Man number 9 and 10. We all know I love Chainsaw Man. I have got all of them so far. I've read it all and I just can't wait for the next volumes to be coming out. I know I'm missing one in my collection right now as I don't have number 11, but next month I'll have number 11, and then we're all up to date with Chainsaw Man, and I'll be getting it as soon as each one comes out. Next up is this month's Choujin X by Sue Ishida. I haven't actually read the second one yet, so that is next on my list. But again, I love Sue Ishida's work. He's one of my favourite mangaka, obviously the author of Tokyo Ghoul, which I love, which again, another one of my top 5. But yeah, no, I can't wait to kind of get into this story. I want to collect it all first and then read it so I can kind of binge read, but at the same time I need to read the second one. That is definitely, once I finish reading the manga that I'm currently reading, that's next. Next up, this one was from Forbidden Planet. I walked into the store and there was a girl talking at the top and she was like, oh yeah, they've got Homunculus, and I was like, well, not for long. I have picked up Homunculus Volume 1 and 2. This is the Omnibus edition. I believe this is the only one out so far. I believe Volume 3 and 4 are coming soon, but I cannot remember when. From what I have read on the back and had a quick flick through, and from what I know about the series, it's about a guy who goes for this like experimental medical trial operation thing, and he gets a hole drilled in his head, and it basically gives him superpowers, and he's able to kind of see the true monster that people really are in this kind of weird twisted art style. I believe, don't hold me to this because I'm not 100% sure, from what I've read online, he starts to drill holes in his own head to kind of boost these powers that he's got, and it just goes down a very dark line. You guys know me if you've been following this channel since it started really. I'm a massive horror fan, and this is just another one that I was waiting to get reprinted, and I cannot wait to read it. But I'm going to put this down because it's heavy. This thing's like a brick. Now the next couple of volumes, actually the rest of it is me completing series that I'm currently reading. Another one of my favourite manga since I started reading it and watching it on Disney Plus. Summertime Rendering number 5 and 6. I'm so glad to have completed this series. I've gone for the hardcovers. I'm not as keen on reading hardcovers as you don't get that nice page bend when you're reading them that you do with just an ordinary manga. but at the same time they look beautiful, and they actually stand up on my shelf, so I'm not going to worry about everything falling over. And I have got a lovely hardcover collection of all of the Kazuo Umezz stuff and Junji Ito stuff. This is the last Junji Ito manga that I need for my collection, besides Cat-Eyed Boy. Cat-Eyed Boy is by Kazuo Umezz. Cat-Eyed Boy is just here. This is one of two. The second one is not out yet, and I cannot wait to pick it up. The only thing I hate about this cover is the green text. So I'm red-green colorblind, and the green text kind of, if it's in the corner of my eye, it kind of hurts like my vision to look at it, and I don't like red on green because of my colorblindness. But besides that, I've been waiting for this series to be reprinted for a while, and I'm so glad to see it back on the shelves, and I cannot wait to pick up the second one. Now, I know the confusion that I had with Soichi. This is the last Junji Ito manga that is currently out that I don't have, besides Cat Diary, not Cat-Eyed Boy. And I need to pick up Cat Diary at some point, and maybe the Twisted Visions art book are the only things I'm missing from my favourite mangaka, Junji Ito. And I love all of his work. The only thing I don't like about Junji Ito, I have mentioned on my TikTok, so go and check that out. It is the pinned video, and it's the only thing I don't like about Junji Ito's work. But I love his stories, I love his artwork, and I love the kind of suspense build-up that you get from these stories. And as I say, I'm only missing one now in my collection besides the art book. And I know there's another one coming out, I believe in November, I believe. And I cannot wait. And the last manga, besides my little Amazon order, is again me completing a series. This is volume 3 and 4 of Orochi by Kazuo Umezz, and I've been meaning to pick them up for a few months because they have been out for a while. I just couldn't afford it with all of the other manga, like what you have just seen, that I've been collecting as well. But it is now complete. That is, I believe, everything that Kazuo Umezz has printed in English so far, I own. So I need more. I need horror manga in my life. I need suspenseful, dark, grungy stuff to read on my way to work. Last up on the manga front, I actually can't remember what I ordered here, so this is going to be interesting. There we go, Miyuruko Chan Volume 2. I've technically already read this. Yes, you have just seen me unbox it. I read the first 3 volumes by accident online. I was only going to read the first few chapters and I got hooked. So I've read this and the next one. I believe there's 6 or 7 of these out now, and I'm just slowly collecting them. The only thing I don't like about these is for the size of the manga, these are very slim. And they're like £12 each. They are expensive for how many physical pages you get, but the story and the artwork makes it all worth it, and I cannot wait to collect the rest of this series and get it on my shelf. So the only other thing I bought this month, which is, yeah, it's not manga or anime related. It is, however, Star Wars related. So I bought some pop figures. The top 2 up here, so this double set with Dio and BB-8 and Fennec were being sold by one of my girlfriend's friends, so I picked those up off of her. And my camera battery died. My camera is eating batteries today, so I'm going to get this wrapped up. But yeah, I bought these 3 characters from the Kenobi series, and that's about it. I am going to wrap this video short because I don't know what's going on with my camera today, but it's just eaten 2 batteries that were full. So I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you for watching. If you want to see my next manga haul, make sure you come back next month. And the next video I'm going to be doing is the manga that I have read in August. I almost forgot what month it was. But that is the next video coming up. So if you want to know what I've been reading, make sure to tune back in 2 weeks' time. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. See you later.